Feel a little like we're in the 7th inning stretch here. Privacy, security, and trust. Ali, I know you've been doing this for 20 years, but I'm telling you now, the title's backwards. It should be trust for security to build privacy. Privacy has to be built on the foundation of security, and security requires trust, but both require collaboration. So for all you cyber titans out there, listen carefully. Listen to your mother. When your mother says, play nicely with others, talk to others, she's right. It's true here today too. So it can't be a cybersecurity presentation without the scary slide. See, scary slide. I've given up keeping this thing up to date. It's just not worth it. I could list the attacks, we all know what they are, they're everywhere. Nobody, absolutely nobody is safe, no matter what size, what industry. What type of attacks? DDoS, ransomware, unauthorized access, that's my favorite. That actually means we don't know for sure what they did. So it is a dark and scary place out there, and it's not getting any better. 0 days are on the rise. Ransomware is now a service you can rent. Oh, and it comes with a help desk. Threat actors are working together. Cybercrime pays. In fact, it has now become a syndicated crime. DDoS has come back because that was so much fun the first time around. And now we have Move It and Rapid Reset. The attacks are increasing in frequency and severity. We don't know how many attacks happen every day. I wish we did. I wish everyone would report to the Cyber Center so we would have accurate data. A recent CIRA survey showed that 40% of companies admit to having an employee or data breach last year. They admitted to it. That's an 11% increase over the previous year. And for fun, we now have AI. For every opportunity that AI has to automate and improve processes in business, there's an equal opportunity for cyber criminals to improve how they plan the attack. Allianz Risk has deemed cyber incidents the most important risk to business in 2023. It's only getting worse. Rick said it this morning, Jennifer from MasterCard said it, Trish has said it. This is a business issue. What does that mean for us now? It means we need to change the way we think about all of it. I'm going to echo what Greg said this morning and talk about resilience, because it's not if, but when. So changing your focus from not if, but when is a monumental shift in perspective for everybody here. How does that change your perspective on privacy? Does it make trust even more important? How do we become more resilient? I love it when it works. A few more stats, because you actually can't have a presentation without stats. That's what I was told at university. But seriously, 21% of Canadian businesses reported being attacked or impacted by a cybersecurity incident in 2019. And now look at the 2022 CIRA survey that jumps that to 40%. And we're not going in the right direction. We know that. So let's do a quick level set on what we're actually talking about today. We're talking about privacy, security, trust, and collaboration. Collaboration, the supporting role that it plays in building trust, ensuring and enhancing security and resilience. To ensure privacy, you need to have security. Security of systems, security of personnel, information. The easy way to do that, of course, is to build that fortress. I think Greg was the one who had the fortress up there. Well, we all know that doesn't work. You need to be able to access information. If you're going to access it, you need to secure it. So according to Cornell University, the goal of security is to protect assets from harm. But security is not just about protecting data and systems from unauthorized access and harm. It's also about ensuring that users can trust the products and services they use, protecting them from harm. It's about ensuring confidentiality, integrity, accuracy of the information. Looking at trust, Trust is the belief in the reliability, truth, and ability or strength of someone or something. Trust is what makes everything we do work. Trust is the people side of establishing the relationship that will then allow all of us to build security. And security enables privacy. So what I'm hearing is trust is the key. But if trust is the human side of all of this, collaboration is the people interaction through which trust is built. In other words, play nicely. Our new reality is based entirely 100% on trust. We all work off the same internet, sort of. The government, the private sector, academia, the public, we all use it. Each party does so under the assumption that their data is secure. This fundamental trust drives the global economy, and without it, the entire data-dependent system implodes. Trust is the foundation of the economy. Uber trusts you to pay for your ride. You trust the Uber app with your credit card. You need to have trust in your vendors. They're going to supply your materials as needed, that their security will be sufficient to keep you from harm. Okay, in this case, we trust but verify. You need to have trust in your systems. Again, probably verified. And trust in your people, hopefully verified. But now with AI and AI-based tools, trust is even more important and more difficult. Who is actually at the end of that keyboard? Yes, there are tools to help verify that. Tools that create trust and form part of a security program. But you have to build trust in the tools. Trust is also essential for building relationships between people and organizations. It can't be mechanized or dictated. It's earned. And the tools we use to verify identity are chosen by people. How do we build trust? The collective wisdom of most sports teams, and they know everything, is that practicing together, working together repeatedly, creates trust in a team. So what does that mean for us? It means collaboration. Collaboration is the underpinning to the whole triangle, the trifecta of trust, security, and privacy. What is it? What does it do beyond helping to build the foundation for trust? We've heard collaboration talked about several times today. Collaboration is the act of working together with other people to achieve something. Business schools have entire sections on how collaboration and teamwork improve outcomes. Heck, for those of us old enough to remember, Mother Teresa talked about collaboration when she said, "You can do things I cannot. I can do things you cannot, and together we can do great things." That's collaboration at its root form. In our world, in the world of cybersecurity, in the world where people don't instinctively trust by nature, collaboration is sharing information and expertise amongst various entities to collectively address cyber threats. It's not just sharing IOCs and data. I wish it were. It's not. Collaboration is more. Collaboration is sharing experiences, questions. It's assisting each other. Sharing and collaboration build trust. That becomes the cornerstone of security. It enables you to build the trust with other organizations and with others in your own organization. That's a critical point. I'm going to come back to that one. Cybersecurity collaboration at the highest level is the pooling of information between different stakeholders, internal or external. Organizations, government agencies, academia, anybody in your ecosystem. But how do we do this? How does it work? It's very simple. Collaboration improves security, and here are just a couple of ways. It enhances your understanding and the usefulness of your data. We are all drowning in data. I mean, literally hundreds of feeds, too much data. How do you sift through it? There are machines to help you with that. But if you can connect with others to understand what they are seeing, compare it to what you are seeing or hearing, it gives more context and a more meaningful context to your own data, giving it greater understanding. Collaboration creates cross-sector insights and diverse perspectives. Okay, we all recognize the importance of diversity on our teams. We aim for it. We work hard for it. But collaboration with other organizations enables you to add additional perspectives to your own knowledge base. Perspectives based on the human elements of gender, diversity, geography. Perspectives based on the enterprise elements of function or role. GRC sees something different from a SOC analyst. But you've also got perspectives based on sector, cross-sectoral collaboration, which I think is probably the best type, slightly biased. You have the benefit of different industries seeing different threats, experiencing them in different ways. The cross-sector view is increasingly critical as cyber attackers are now using the same techniques everywhere. Timely response. The sooner you're made aware of something, the faster you can respond. But it also enables you to benchmark your response. If you have a trusted group to talk to, you know what you're doing. You know and can measure your response against theirs, which helps you to improve going forward. Resource optimization. This is actually becoming more and more important as the economy shrinks, for want of a better word, as we're all tightening our belts. By collaborating with others, you're increasing your resource pool, either within your organization or through the expanded Rolodex of cross-sector collaboration. And finally, oh, no, there's two more. Skills gap. We're all struggling with the skills gap. Thank you, Matt. Great lead in for me. Collaboration with others expands your knowledge, expands your Rolodex of experts. And the last one is regulatory compliance. Okay, government people, sorry about this. Let's face it, we all need a study group to understand the changes that are happening in this area, domestically and internationally. We need to work together to understand where we're going. But also collaboration is now required by several of the regulatory regimes. Biden's executive order in 2021 referenced the importance of cross-sector collaboration, information sharing to build situational awareness being fundamental to most regulatory organizations now. It's recognized that we can't do this alone, and other sectors have valuable information that can help everyone. Last one up here is supply chain resilience. It's a funny way of saying it, but that's what it is. Collaboration helps to build cyber awareness and resilience in our suppliers, vendors, customers, our entire supply chain. How many attacks this year have come through the supply chain? Don't answer that. So in building a security program, collaboration is in fact the greatest multiplier and enabler. It enables better planning and resource allocation within your organization and with others in the ecosystem. You don't want to be meeting the team that you're going to be working with after an attack. It's a bit late, okay? Shaking hands as you're trying to duck doesn't work. Collaboration helps you solve that problem. As a multiplier, it's unparalleled in its effectiveness. You can be more aware of the threats. You extend your knowledge and understanding of the threats and of resiliency strategies. It brings diversity to your table, and diversity is really the most important thing we can be bringing to our tables right now. It increases everyone's awareness of the threat. Information exchange benefits everyone. When information is shared across teams, organizations, governments, private organizations, academia, it results in the global dissemination of threat intelligence and guidelines, making it easier to stop attacks and making attacks less lucrative, which is what we want. Okay, so now I've said the obvious, we need to play nicely. Why aren't we? What's the challenge? They're real, they're legitimate, not gonna lie. There are a lot of challenges. To start with, it's a bit of a chicken and egg situation. I can't talk to you because I don't know you. I don't trust you because I don't know you. So first I have to know you, and then I have to trust you. It's a chicken and egg. You can see where it's going. Which is why I suggest, even if you're doing this internally, collaboration starts small. Don't start with trying to share things that are difficult. Just share some basic information. Ask questions of others in your own organization. With baby steps, sharing becomes easy. Legitimately, there are legal concerns. At least the lawyers think so. We know that as soon as an attack happens, the first thing the lawyers will say is, don't talk to anyone. Okay, don't. Don't talk to anyone about the attack, but don't stop talking to people about everything else that's going on. Resource limitations, competing priorities, insufficient funds, these are all things that we deal with. And I won't lie, effective collaboration requires commitment. But I'd also like to suggest that effective and meaningful sharing actually helps with resource limitations. See the previous slide. For those of you who have done sales, the WIFM, the what's in it for me, a lot of larger organizations will say this. They'll say, what's in it for me? I already have a strong security posture. I share with my regulator, I share with the government, what's in it for me? A lot of them will say it until they actually get around a meaningful collaboration table, sharing with others, and I see them change their security posture on an event or a CVE based on information learned at that table from others. What's in it for me? Everything. You have exactly the same amount to learn as everybody else at that table. And the last impediment is organizational culture, because without that, it's almost impossible. It starts at the top. The only place you can change organizational culture is at the top. So, leadership, you, future yous, you need to set the tone. You need to create an environment that's going to enable and encourage collaboration within your own team, within your own organization. Start there. By doing that, you create a culture in which collaboration is seen as a positive thing. But it's not enough. Collaboration is not a one and done thing. I've joined the CCTX, oops, and now we're good. You actually have to participate. Collaboration is a muscle. It's a muscle that has to be exercised on a regular basis. So how do you actually start? Start internally, which is very counterintuitive for somebody who wants you to join an organization about cross-sector collaboration with other organizations. Absolutely. Start at home. Start internally. Because if you can start internally, then you will start the process. And it's much easier to start with the person in the cubicle next to you, or on the other team, or on a team that you know you're going to rely on if there is an incident. Start at home. Rick said it earlier, cybersecurity is not an IT issue. Let's be very clear. IT is a tool. Cybersecurity is a business concern, which means that the whole business needs to be involved, which is why you want to start at home. IT needs to understand how the business actually operates. That's what they need to really understand in order to understand the risk and then the impediments that threaten security and resilience. You need to start collaborating internally. Creating a culture of proactive cybersecurity requires input, decisions, and commitment from all areas of the business. You're not doing this alone. Leadership, finance, HR, communications, they all need to be involved in that process if you're going to create a culture. And then there's the incident response side. An incident response, as we all know, requires input and decisions from all areas of the business and external partners, all collaborating. You need to get everyone around the table to participate, and it all starts internally. When you do that, you will very quickly recognize the benefits of collaboration and move on to looking for more people, more organizations to collaborate with. Organizations that exercise the collaboration muscle, that have trust relationships baked into their DNA, will be better prepared to respond to an incident. They will improve their security and increase their resilience, keeping private information where it belongs. So, I dare say, slightly biased, the path to privacy rests on the shoulders of enhanced cybersecurity, which needs to be built on a collaborative ecosystem where diverse stakeholders share knowledge, resources, and a common goal of safeguarding our digital future. That's the essence of why and how the CCTX was created by 9 of Canada's largest companies, representing many sectors, along with public safety. We've created an environment where members of all shapes and sizes can collaborate on real problems. We enable the organizations to share in a forum where all of this works together as a community, as a neighborhood, if you will. So, cyber titans, listen to your parents, share with others, and collaborate.